Hey there, my fishing friends, and welcome back to the channel. It's your favorite fishing buddy here, and today we're diving deep into what promises to be a fascinating day on the water across the beautiful USA. We're talking about Saturday, the 4th of January, 2026. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. January, fishing in the US? Isn't it just ice and numb fingers? Well, my friends, this day is shaping up to be truly special, offering some surprising opportunities from coast to coast. Stick around, because whether you're breaking the ice up north or enjoying warmer southern breezes, I've got the lowdown on how to make this day a memorable one. Let's talk tactics for some of our favorite winter warriors. First up, for those hardy souls in the northern states, we're focusing on walleye and yellow perch. Where to look? With the air temperature hovering between -10 and 0 degrees Celsius, many northern lakes will have safe ice, and that's where the action is. Walleye will be holding in deeper holes, often around 20 to 40 feet, near structure like old weed lines or rock piles. Perch, being a bit more social, will school up in shallower areas from 10 to 20 feet, especially near remaining submerged vegetation or soft bottom transitions. The stable high pressure after a slight rise, coupled with light northwest winds, means fish should be settling into their winter patterns, making them more predictable. What to use? For walleye, vertical jigging with spoons or minnow-tipped jigs is your best bet. Think bright colors in stained water, natural hues in clear. For perch, small jigs tipped with waxworms or minnows will be irresistible. Remember, slow and subtle movements are key in cold water. These fish aren't going to chase a fast-moving meal. Next, for our river rats and those chasing chrome, let's look at trout. Specifically, rainbow and brown trout in tailwaters, and even some steelhead where runs are active. Where to look? In the central and mid-Atlantic regions, where air temperatures range from 0 to 8 degrees Celsius, the tailwaters below dams are your golden ticket. The consistent water temperature from the dam outflows keeps these sections from freezing solid and provides a more stable environment for trout. Look for them in slower, deeper runs, behind current breaks or around submerged rocks and log jams where they can conserve energy. The light, variable winds and steady atmospheric pressure should keep these fish relatively comfortable and feeding. What to use? Nymphing with small midge patterns or tiny emergers will be highly effective. Drifting natural baits like power bait or salmon eggs can also produce results. For those targeting winter steelhead on the Pacific Northwest or Great Lakes tributaries, swinging small streamers or drifting egg sacs will be the go-to. Remember to use light leaders as the water is typically clear in winter. And finally, for my friends soaking up the sun in the warmer southern states, let's talk about redfish and speckled trout in the inshore saltwater. Where to look? With pleasant air temperatures ranging from 10 to 20 degrees Celsius, the inshore flats, creeks and protected bays will be calling your name. Redfish will often school up in shallow, dark-bottomed areas that warm up quickly in the sun, especially during low tide. Speckled trout will gravitate towards deeper channels and basins or potholes on the flats, seeking thermal refuge. The slowly falling pressure and light southerly winds mean a stable environment, which usually translates to consistent feeding. What to use? Soft plastic baits on jig heads, particularly those imitating shrimp or baitfish, are deadly for both species. Live shrimp are almost always a winner down south. Work your bait slow and low, letting them sit on the bottom for a moment before imparting a subtle twitch. Topwater can still work on warmer afternoons, but a slow retrieve is crucial. Now let's break down the conditions for this 4th of January 2026. Weather-wise, across the vast USA we're seeing typical early winter patterns, but with some excellent regional opportunities. In the northern tier, expect cold temperatures around -10 to 0 degrees Celsius, with light to moderate northwest winds. Atmospheric pressure will be high and stable after a slight rise, which is generally a good sign for winter activity once the fish adjust. We might see some scattered light snow showers, adding to that classic winter fishing vibe. Moving south to the central and mid-Atlantic states, temperatures will be milder, from 0 to 8 degrees Celsius, with mostly cloudy skies and a chance of light rain or drizzle. Winds will be light and variable, and pressure will be steady. For our southern and Gulf Coast anglers, prepare for cool to mild conditions, 10 to 20 degrees Celsius, with light southerly breezes and partly cloudy skies. Here, the pressure will be slowly falling, which can sometimes trigger a feeding bite, especially before a cold front truly settles in. Water temperature. Trends. As you'd expect in January, water temperatures are cold across the board. Under the ice in northern lakes, it'll be right around freezing, 0 to 4 degrees Celsius. Northern and central open rivers will see temperatures in the 4 to 8 degrees Celsius range. Down south, inshore waters will be chillier than usual, but still comfortable for fish, around 10 to 15 degrees Celsius. Fish will be conserving energy, so presentation speed is paramount. The moon phase. On this 4th of January 2026, we are just past the full moon, in a waning gibbous phase, with nearly 99% illumination. Many old-timers swear by the full moon period for excellent night fishing, and while we're just past it, the lingering brightness can still mean active feeding windows around dawn and dusk. The strong lunar pull can also influence tides in coastal areas, which is always something to consider. Overall fish activity. Considering all these factors, my friends, I'd give the overall bite across the USA a medium to good or B rating, leaning towards good in regions where conditions are stable. The stable pressure in many areas, combined with some milder southern temperatures, means fish will be active, though still focused on conserving energy. In the north, ice fishing for panfish and walleye should be solid if you hit those deeper structures. In the south, the mild weather and favorable pressure trends should keep redfish and speckled trout willing to bite, especially in those sun-warmed shallows. Just remember, winter fishing often requires a little more patience and a slower, more deliberate approach. So, whether you're bundled up on the ice or casting in shorts, I wish you all bent rods and screaming reels. Go out there, enjoy the peace and quiet, and make some memories. And hey, if you found this forecast helpful, do me a solid, smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my future fishing adventures. What are your plans for this awesome fishing weekend? Are you chasing ice giants or southern beauties? Let me know in the comments below. Tight lines, everyone, and may your cooler be heavy.